Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, we are so excited to have all of you guys here. As you guys are trickling in, it's okay. Go back there. They're a good, fresh bagel. I remember Noah's Bagel, the original location when I was a kid, riding my bike to Noah's Bagels and getting a bagel. I think they were like $1 back then. Probably a little bit more now, but man, just to see it 40 years later, still around. I love it. Well, again, welcome to our meeting. You said play. Welcome, that's me. About 20 pounds lighter. We're going to first start off sharing some wins. As I've said to you guys before, our theme this year, 2025, is what? Winning. So we want to start off every meeting with some wins. Share. I want to get at least 2 to 3 people sharing some wins with business or even personal. Something great happened with your kids. Who can share with me a good win? Betty.
My 3 grandkids just came from China. 4 months.
Awesome. For how long?
1 month.
For 1 month. Awesome. So that's one grandma.
And I still made the meetings.
Awesome. Love it. Love it. Good job. One more. Dolly.
For open house last weekend, and I got some leads, and I thought it was a success.
Got it. Love it. Got the lead. Got the first open house. Oh, we gotta get a little bit more. Yeah, let's go. Who else? One more win. Who can share with me one more win? Bel Air.
So I'm not much of a poster, personally speaking, so I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone. And so I did my first TikTok where actually I talked. And I did it about the house I was sitting there because no one was there. And I was like, oh, let me try something different. And actually it was pretty good. I had like almost 6,000 views. I had like a lot of engagement. Like
Love it. It all starts with engagement. It all starts with talking. Next is going to be a viral dance. Everybody get a dance, a TikTok dance with it. Oh boy, you're going to see me do a lot more things before I do a TikTok dance. But if you do one before me, I'll give you props. All right, love it. Hey, I want to remind you guys, we have an Instagram where we want to make sure, hey, look, this isn't just about, let's just post about things that are happening in this office. We're going to be sharing a lot of good content on here that is going to be of value, I believe, for all agents. We're going to talk about strategies where I'm going to share with you guys things that I've learned in this company that has helped my business grow. And so if you're not following us here, you must follow because you'll learn about events, you'll learn about classes, any kind of trainings, guest speakers that we're going to have. We're going to have it all on here. You're going to be able to get a good idea of what our culture is all about. So please follow us if you haven't done so already. And here's the thing, tag us on all your real estate posts, all your stuff, so that we can repost it, we can share. We have a pretty good following. We're going to grow that. We're going to make sure that we grow that following, and then we can promote you to other real estate agents out there that are actually following us. So if you've got a listing, make your social media content, your TikTok dance, whatever you want to do, tag us into it. We'll share it, and that'll go to even other agents outside of our organization. It's going to give you, it's just an easy way to promote. Are we all following? Good. Here we go. I want to thank our sponsors that brought wonderful bagels. Like I said, one of my favorite bagel places, Noah's Bagels. So let's welcome Nick and Rose from Morrison Property Inspection. I think, and let's say, you want to put in the microphone. That's the microphone. Oh, it's okay. We want to hear you on camera too. That's why. Sure. So just be careful of that part.
Alrighty.
You want to come this side? This side.
Alright, well, I see a lot of faces that I know, so nice to see everyone. And those who don't know me, my name is Nick Myers. I am the owner-operator of Morrison Plus Property Inspections, a South Bay location. Those who I've met the last couple of years, I usually come in by myself. We recently expanded our team. So I recently convinced my wife to quit her job after a couple of years. She was already helping me over the last year or so and just having to work 2 jobs. So she finally kind of went all in. So she is the one who's doing all the marketing and all the back end stuff. She answers all the phones as well as schedules all those appointments for you folks. We are your one-stop shop for anything home inspection needs. So if you need a sewer scope, a level 2 chimney, a drone inspection, which I can do, we can get all of those specialists out for you all at the same time, including the termite inspection. I know other inspections I've been at the past, when I talk to the agents, they're there all day, they're from there, 8 to 5, waiting for the sewer guy, waiting for the termite, waiting for the general inspection. We like to get all of those in and out at the same time for you folks. So just one call to us and we can get those all scheduled for you. The other thing I wanted to mention is that we also always guarantee standing day reporting. I know that a lot of those contingency periods, especially the inspection contingency periods, can be short. And I know how important it is to get that information out as quickly and accurately as possible so you can move forward with the rest of escrow. The last thing that I wanted to mention is that we are always available to call or text. I know that especially as real estate agents, you guys are out on the road, out doing open houses, talking to clients, showing houses around and whatnot. You may not always be available for a phone call. We're always available for a phone call or a text, whatever works best for you guys. If you have any questions about any of our products or services, or if you would like a sample report, something that we've done recently or in the past, based off of what you're looking at, we have commercial inspection reports for example, as well as houses that are like over 100 years old, new builds, any sort of kind of report that you're looking for, we would be able to provide you with a sample. Perfect. Otherwise, yeah, again, my name is Nick. It's nice to see everyone, and this is Rose, and we'll be trying to stop by more with more cookies for you guys too. now that we've got someone helping me out. Does anyone have any questions about the home inspection process or what we do?
Yes, yeah, you think a few times, he's awesome, give him a try. He's thorough, he's patient, and he's really good at explaining stuff to your clients. So it's not a little deal, but it's also gonna.
Yeah, and that's a big thing. I always like to say, as home inspectors, we're generalists. I try not to kill a deal. If there's something really messed up with the house, I usually will try to refer to the specialist. I usually try to let John know ahead of time, hey, you've got some original knob and tube wiring that's going to be at least a $25,000 job. But when I explain to the buyers, I let them know, hey, you're going to need an electrician before that investor. They're going to take a look at your wiring.
Okay, sounds good.
You won't show up to the inspection with a.
No,
Yeah.
I don't want your buyers or sellers to walk away from their inspection feeling like crappy. I guess that is.
Nick is great.
Oh, sure, good.
I just didn't realize you're like a one-stop
Yes,
shop,
yeah.
but we're so used to like, for example, any termite or different sewer inspection. How will we know who you will use or?
Yes, yeah, so we, again, I can provide some sample reports from our sewer scope guys or our level 2 chimneys or our termite inspectors. We have a really deep team of really experienced inspectors. For example, all of our sewer scope guys have had previous lives as actual plumbers and residential and commercial plumbing, and then they made the transition over to just sewer scopes. Same thing with our level 2 chimney guy. He used to actually do chimney repairs before he transitioned over to general inspection, and then he has all of his fire certifications as well. So we have a really good team of specialists behind us, and I would be happy to provide you with any of those sample reports that you would want for the specialists.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Good, thank you. And thank you for the videos as well. All right, we got some new listings that came. These are some of the new listings that were on the market this past week. Every week, we're going to share with you the listings that just hit the market. We have this one. Oh, Patricia. We're going to introduce Patricia later, but 1629 East Palm Avenue in El Segundo. Patricia, is there anything that you want to pitch or share about this listing?
Yeah, the sellers are really motivated. We lost a buyer to a water leak, and the remediation process took too long for the buyer to sit, so I lost my buyer. So now I have a vacant unit and a seller that's really motivated.
There we go. And how do they show it? Do they just contact you?
They contact me. There's a code we can get in, but I generally meet them.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
Approving a buyer for that right now, so I'll be making an offer before the end of the day.
Do it.
Well,
Let's go. Let's go. Who can beat Dustin? Come on, let's create multiple offers here. All right, 1630. We have Maggie and Paige in Wilmington. If you want to pitch Paige.
It is a 3-2. It has a really great bonus room, but it is a cosmetic fixer. So the price is negotiable, but come bring anyone by that's interested in that neighborhood.
Well, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
Yeah, it has great bones. With someone who has a vision.
All right, Lauren's not here today, but she's got 16418 Halldale Avenue in Gardena, 1.45 million, and it's a triplex, 3 units, 2,284 square feet. Closings, we got some closings here. We have Stephen Hall and Cindy close in Torrance for 625,000. We also had Lauren close in Gardena on 163rd Street. Young Lee's here.
Hello,
Yeah,
Rich. Sorry, but we cannot see you. There is no video.
Oh, you can't see me.
No, I cannot see anybody.
Oh, okay. Are we sharing the screen? Can you see the listings?
No, nothing.
Let's
I
make
can
sure that we're
just hear
sharing the
you,
screen.
but I
Hit
cannot
escape
see
to
you.
get it.
Look like no video there.
Oh, we're not sharing.
No, you're not.
We'll share it. Thank you for letting us know. There we go. Are we good now?
Now, yes, now I can see you. Thank you.
Now you see my mug?
Yes, now I can see you.
Okay, hit play. Continue to share. What do you think about our new slide designs, huh?
Nice.
Looking pretty good, aren't they?
Logo's cool too.
Yes, yes.
Plastic.
All right. Can you just hit the mouse on the keynote? Second.
Makes it easier to use since it's.
There we go.
It's like a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had Young Lee closing in Harbor City and also in Torrance. Great job, Young.
And Superior State, sorry, Rocio and I closed both of the other sides of that.
Oh, and Superior, sorry, I didn't see that on the bottom there. Good job. Alicia closed also in Verde Ridge Road. And Young Lee, another one in Palos Verdes as well. Yeah. I need the mouse on the keynote. There we go. And close volume this past week, 2.48 million. Let's give it a hand. All right, needs and wants. This is the time that we want to share with everybody what the needs and wants. So maybe you have a buyer, maybe you've got a listing that's coming up, that's a pocket listing. This is the time to share. Do you have any needs and wants?
It's an expensive piece. No stairs, elevator first,
It's more at least under 2,000.
Yeah, give you a 1 bedroom, anywhere in the South Bay, it'd be great.
Anywhere in the South Bay. Okay, great. So we've got at least need anybody. Good job.
I have a sale that's coming soon. I'm waiting for Keller Williams signs to come in. But it's on the Strand in Hermosa, 9.275. 4-bedroom, 4,400 square feet, modern design with a theater and a car elevator.
Car elevator is a must. Gotta have it. Love that. Good.
9.2.
9.2. Anybody? So we'll watch for that as coming soon, anytime. Anybody else? Any other needs and wants? Michelle was also wanted to share
Yeah,
a video as well. So
I want to share video and invite, well, can I talk to the mic, just invite? people to
Sure.
this Twilight that
this
we're
is
doing?
video. Is this the video?
Yeah, that is the video. This is not our brokerage's listing, but we do team up and help other brokerages. So Rocio and I are doing a Twilight at this new build in PV Estates. Some of you may have seen it before. It's not been on the market too long, but it's just a fabulous new build. So I'd like to show the video and invite you guys. There's a flyer on your desk with a QR code to come for free. Bring your clients, any high-end client you have.
Don't be sketches.
Yes.
All of these moments, we hold each other. Our love is open. Don't need another room.
the QR code, it takes you to the free Eventbrite link, and we're gonna have hors d'oeuvres and champagne and just a sunset twilight viewing. It had Jeffrey Dahl's the architect. It's like he's a renowned guy in the area. You guys might know. But hopefully you come. And then one last pitch. We're doing PPPAR YPN is doing a potluck at Paseo Del Mar. It's also free. So please come. You could just bring a potluck dish to share. It's on the corner of Paseo Del Mar and Avienda Marola. There will be a bathroom access in case you guys are wondering about that. But we're just bringing a lawn chair and a dish to share, and we're all just gonna chill and hang out. We have a really good group going. You'll meet people from all kinds of brokerages on the hill. And again, just keep networking and meeting new friends and colleagues that you can do business with. And lastly, Rocio and I still have a pocket listing in Torrance off of Plaza Del Amo, Shelburne, 2115 Shelburne. About 1.4. If you guys have a client interested, it's off market. Okay.
All right, love it. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Let's give her a hand. All right, Paige is gonna share a little bit. Let's get on to Paige.
Hi, everyone. Today, I just wanted to talk to you about team contracts. If you're part of a team, I need your agreement, so that way when it's time to get you guys paid, I know it was in the contract. So if you're already a part of team, send me those contracts. If you're joining a team or you're working with an agent on a deal and you need help for a contract for that or an agreement, we have some sample ones that we can help you guys work with. So if you have any questions, send it my way. Like I said, if you're already part of a team, send me those agreements so then I know. Thank you.
And thank you, Paige. And the key word there is contract. I'm telling you, I've seen this for many years. Real estate agents, when they join a team, they don't believe in writing a contract. But we are in real estate. We're all about contracts. So make sure that if you're partnering with somebody, there must be a contract in place. Okay. Alicia's not here today. She is sick. So, she's in our thoughts, but I do want to share a couple of things that she wanted. Of course, she always wants to be here, but she wanted me to share with you guys as well is number one, make sure you're putting promenade escrow even in your RPAs, in your purchase agreements, even if you're representing the buyer. You can always put seller's choice or promenade escrow. You know what? You can even just put promenade escrow and they can counter whatever it is. Because there are a lot of listing agents that aren't doing a whole lot of business that often. They may not have an escrow company that they didn't even know about. So we want to make sure that, and I'm also, okay, we got video now, so people are going to text me that we have no video, but we're good now. And then also she wanted a quick reminder to give your listing agreement and BRBC when opening escrow as quickly as possible to Alicia. So make sure that she gets that. So here's the confusing thing, that there's two of these. So I think you can exit out of one of them. There we go. That's it. All right. Let's get a word from our lender, Dustin. Welcome back, Dustin. Dustin is back in the house. Go for it.
All right. Good morning, everyone. So standard at the beginning of every month, I passed out the laminates that were just updating you with interest rates. If you recall from last month, basically we've seen a decrease of 0.125% on a month-over-month basis. So now we're at 6.5% versus 6.625. But what do I think is more important than an interest rate? Huh?
I was guessing federal payment.
No, the payment. Do your clients care about the federal funds rate when they're looking to buy a house? No, they care about payment, right?
Yeah.
So on the lower right-hand side, there are calculations at 6.5% from 300,000 all the way up to 2 million. And the this is laminated is because I believe it's a really helpful tool for you guys to use when you're doing listing presentations. What price point should we be at with a different payment that might be associated with that list price? And then also is a consult with your buyers. What would be comfortable for them as a payment. This is a great chart to reference with them, especially when they say that they feel like interest rates are too high. You can see the history of interest rates over the last basically 80 years, but really 30 years. If we were to take out the interest rates of the 1980s, I can still tell you that the average interest rate is at 7.17%. So at 6.5%, that's pretty strong. And then if you're doing VA financing, it's actually touching with about 5.875%. So on the back side, you guys know that I switch this up every single month with a different topic, and it's also on the screen here. If we go to the next picture, I think there we go. Well, you have it in front of you. This is small print. So what I've noticed talking with clients that are uncertain, right? Like do I want to buy a house right now? There's a lot of hype about how home prices are really high. I don't want them to come down. So this is a chart meant to trigger as opposed to telling your clients on what they can forecast happening over the next foreseeable future being 3 to 5 years, right? Because I've always said that if you can get approved for the payment and you see yourself in the house the next 3 years, absolutely you should be making a move. Because we also shouldn't be just rating on appreciation. What about rent increases on a year-over-year basis? How often has someone's rent increased? What about the ability to write off the mortgage interest and the property taxes? These are all things that all should be taken into consideration. And to that point, everyone knows about the big, beautiful Bill Act, right? That got passed on the 4th of July. So 3 things that are particular to housing with that bill is number 1, you are now able to write off mortgage interest. So mortgage insurance, excuse me. So of course we provide off mortgage interest and then the property taxes, but now having the ability to write off the insurance portion is a very powerful piece. I mean, that can equate to roughly $3,000 to $4,000 in additional tax refund at the end of every year, which really when we're talking to our clients about a payment that, it's kind of hard for them at 7,000, we can talk with them about why they're okay with going to 7,400. And then the second thing is that the interest write-off for mortgage loan amount is $750,000, meaning your clients can write up to $750,000 mortgage interest per year. That's pretty strong. And then finally, I think this goes to affordability. You guys ever heard of SALT, state and local tax? So really important for us in the state of California because we're the second highest state income tax, I think, behind New York. And so that write-off has been increased from 10,000 to 40,000. That's really strong, right? Yeah, so something to celebrate also helps with the clients and affordability. So as always, if you have any questions, I'm as far away from you as
You are.
That's right. John, what's up?
Are those only applicable to primary residences? Or are they?
Is what applicable to primary?
Small tax?
No, so that's just your income tax, period. So SALT, state and local tax,
Yeah.
right? 10 to 40, we're talking about income tax.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. You couldn't write that off before. So not only did that get expanded for 2029, but they increased it from 10 to 40. Great question though. Anyone else? No? Onwards and upwards.
So thank you.
Do you project rates come down before the end of the year?
Yeah. So from the beginning of the year, I told you that we would see interest rates touch in the 5s before the end of the year, right? And I still stand by that. In fact, I'm already winning because FHA and VA do start with a 5. What I couldn't forecast, the wild card, the black swan, if we want to call that, is all this talk about tariffs versus no tariffs and how it's affecting the economy in one way or the other, right? And it's a pull push type of thing, negotiating. That's what Trump's main thing is. And so it's really hard to say exactly when that's going to happen, but absolutely, we do forecast that interest rates will decrease by 0.75 to 1% over the next 12 months. And so with that, when I'm doing a strategy session with your clients and we're talking about that payment versus 7,000 to 7,400, we also help them forecast what the strike rate would be. When does it make sense to refinance and decrease their payment back down to $6,800 or $6,700? All with the intention of helping them move forward with you. So great question. Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys.
Thank you, Devin. All right, we want to also welcome our new agents to our family. Patricia, who pitched the listing. Let's welcome Patricia. We're glad that she is here. We're glad that she's part of our KW family. And also, look, I'm an agent. One of the questions that I always ask prospects and people in my database are, who do you know that wants to buy or sell real estate? And so here's my question for you. Who do you know that wants to join our KW family? Who do you know that's a newly licensed agent? Maybe they're a top performing solo agent. They're looking for some leverage. They're looking for buyer's agents or showing assistants. Small teams wanting better support or branding. Administrative or support staff who are looking for agents. Experienced agents looking for a change. Part-time agents or career changers. Who do you know? All you got to do is start a group chat. Now, does everybody here have my cell phone number? If you don't have my cell, and I'm trying to, make sure that everybody has it, come up to me right after this meeting. All you have to do is this: start a group chat. iPhone is awesome. Hopefully, only blue bubbles. Anybody with green? Okay, fine. If you have green bubbles, no judgment. But we always want to start a group chat so that we can get that person started with just a simple meeting. And look, I tell this to everybody: we're not the right fit for everyone. We're just not. It's just not how it is. Some people they're gonna come in. I think KW has totally changed my perspective and my business. And I believe that it can do that for most people out there that share the same goals. So we want to make sure that we partner with the right people as well. Upcoming events and classes. We are so focused and we are being so intentional on making sure that we provide value to all of the agents that are here. And I'm not talking just brand new agent classes. We're gonna have a lot of those. We also want to have classes that for top performing agents, how to build teams. I'm getting a lot of feedback from the agents that I'm talking to. Some agents are, hey, I've been in this business for 20 years. I'm looking for good systems. Or, hey, when is the right time to hire an assistant? And when I hire an assistant, what do I need to look for? What kind of systems do I need that I can just have someone plug in and play? When's the right time to really start recruiting more agents into the business as well? So we want to make sure that we provide all these sort of still dancing, provide all these sort of things for everybody. And here's the big thing, guys. I want you guys to watch this video. I want you to get excited because this is one of the best events that you can go to for your business. It's going to be next month in San Antonio, Texas. I know a couple of agents. Michelle's been there. Rose's been there. It's going to be this August. Check it out. Now, here's what's different about KW Mega Agent Camp. It is 100% designed for real estate agents. Now, I know that sounds kind of funny, but this is what I mean. There are panels going on throughout the day of some of the top agents in the country, which means really the world. You saw Ken Posick up there up on the slides. You'll see agents like Jeff Glover. I mean, we're talking about agents that close hundreds of units per year. You also saw Phil Jones on stage. He's more than likely going to be there. He wrote the book, Exactly What to Say for Real Estate Agents. One of the best books for agents, period, hands down. So you're in this environment with other agents that are sitting there listening and learning from other successful agents because success leaves behind clues. And so when we learn from other agents, I think it's one of the best ways. I went to my first mega agent camp 4 years ago, and I still am implementing things into my business that I learned back then. And I would encourage you guys to go, and I shared this with you guys last week, the tickets are about $12.99, I believe. $12.99. 3 days, 4 days. Your total investment, I mean, depending, I don't know if you're gonna stay at the Holiday Inn or the Four Seasons, I don't know. Let's say $3,000 to go, all in for flight, hotel, and the ticket. Ask yourself, by going to this, will I make more than $3,000 this year by investing $3,000 into my education? What do you think that answer is more than likely?
Yes.
I mean, $3,000. $3,000, guys. We're seeing we get checks 3, 4, 5, 10 times that amount. Easy, especially in this area. So I would encourage you guys, come talk to me, talk to Manny, who's been there many times as well. Michelle's been there before. Who else has been to Mega Agent Camp? John, talk to John, Dustin. Ask us. Hey, what do you think about Mega Agent Camp? I'll give you my honest opinion about it. So I'm super excited about it. I would love to see a big KWPV presence there. I want you to really just let that sink in and really think through, is this now the time to invest in my business and in my education? Right? And speaking of education, tomorrow, lunchtime, we're going to have a lunch and learn with Tim Weidenkeller. I mean, how appropriate. His last name is Weidenkeller. No relation to Gary Keller. But he's actually my personal insurance agent as well. Farmers insurance agent. I've referred him more than anybody else to my clients. He's been in the business for decades. He's one of the top performing farmers agents in the state of California. Now, there are 3 I's I believe that every real estate agent needs to be really aware of, and I think buyers are really, hitting on these 3 I's, which are interest rates, inventory, and insurance. I mean, insurance can really affect your deal, right? It can, especially high fire zones, PV being one of them. It could be a big factor. So make sure to come out tomorrow. It's going to be here in this room. We're going to have food. We'll have lunch, 12 o'clock noon, to learn on how to maneuver through all the scenarios with insurance for your clients. How many of you guys are going to be here tomorrow? Yes. Good. If you didn't raise your hand, you don't get any lunch. Just kidding. Just come. We'll have lunch for everybody. Okay. Couple more classes. We're gonna have Alicia Shepard. This is a big treat. She is a maps coach. I think the head of KW Commercial Maps, I believe. She's gonna be here in person at the KW South Bay location, July 24th. Scan that QR code if you're doing any business or commercial. Now, here's the thing with commercial. I actually started off my real estate career doing commercial real estate for 5 years, and then I went to residential. At this point, if a client calls me to ask me, and I've done this many times, hey, I need to buy a commercial building, I 100% refer it out. It's a different ballgame. If you have any interest in going into commercial real estate, it's so to learn about it, to understand commercial. It's very different. It can also be a big liability. So this could be an opportunity just to say, hey, let's just check out what it's like. Or if you've been doing commercial, you want to elevate your commercial business, this is the class to go to. We're also going to have our broker, Jeff. He's going to be doing a class on Zoom on the RPA, 11 to 2 p.m., July 16th. So make sure that you're here for that as well. And we'll also have the class here in the training room. We'll have it streaming, but that's the Zoom link for it. All right, so I want to talk a little bit about KW Care. Now, I mean, some of you guys have been following on the news. It's been just an absolute tragedy what's happened in Texas. It was on 4th of July in the middle of the night. I think as of last night, I mean, the death toll is over 100 people. A lot of them, sadly, have been young kids, young children. So, I mean, completely tragic. One thing that I'm so proud of being part of KW is that we have KW Cares. And KW Cares is already getting started. There are volunteers there. There's actually a market center in Kerrville that KW has, and even all the KW market centers around them are collecting donations, collecting blankets, collecting resources for the people that are there. And one thing that KW Cares is so good at is coming together and supporting those that are in need. I would encourage you guys, if it's on your mind, in your heart, scan that QR code. Well, as of yesterday, I think on the growth call they were sharing yesterday, there are so many volunteers. So they don't need volunteers in case you're thinking about going over there. And people do that. But they're good with volunteers, but they do need some more resources to help, whether it's other KW agents that are in that area, help them get through this. So important. And just so you guys know, if you want to make a donation to KW Cares at any time, you can always do that with Paige. Just let her know. You can even have that coming off of your deals. So some agents will say, hey, for every deal I close, $100 to KW Cares, and that'll be an automatic debit type of thing. And of course, it's a nonprofit, 501, so it's always tax deductible. So just want to remind you guys, I think KW Cares is a great organization that is very good with making sure all the money goes to the right places. So that's the QR code to help support the Texas flood victims. Well, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I think really helped change my business. Now, what I came to KW 2021. We're just getting out of COVID, and things are starting to open up a little bit. I came to KW and I started hearing about this thing called the 6 personal perspectives. How many of you guys have heard of this? How many of you guys are not sure what the 6 personal perspectives are? Well, I want to share with you guys 2 of them, 6 P's, the first 2. And I think actually these 2 are something that can be applied right away. And so I want to make sure that we learn this, apply to our business. I think it'll really help you guys grow. Now, Gary Keller, years ago, our founder, interviewed top performing, not just agents, but top performing entrepreneurs, some of the most successful people in the world. And he realized that they all have these 6 things in common. The first 2 are commit to self-mastery. The second one is the 80-20 principle. And I'm going to share with you guys just the first 2 today. And the rest of it, I'm going to actually share more about it on our Instagram. So remember, follow us on Instagram. I'm going to be posting about the other 4 on social media. But here's the thing with the committing to self-mastery. We as real estate agents, do we have skills that we can get better at?
Yeah.
What are some of those skills?
Negotiation.
Negotiations, good. What else?
Closing.
Closing. What else?
Educating yourself on the market.
Communication, role play, dialogues. Good. Linda, what did you say?
Oh, educating yourself about the market and.
Education, learning about the market, committing to it. So now here's the key word, commitment. Now, what does that look like with commitment? Now, some of you guys know, I love sports. I love the Olympics. And some of these Olympic athletes are some of the best athletes in the world and that we've ever seen. You guys know Usain Bolt. We all know him. I mean, arguably the best athlete, Olympian runner of all time that we've ever seen. And he has a famous quote that I love. And he says, he practices for 4 years. He trains for 4 years to run for 10 seconds. And of course, he probably runs faster than 10 seconds, probably less than 10 seconds. But he trains for 4 years to run and compete for 10 seconds. Now, think about that in your business. How much are we practicing? How much are we training before we get in front of the seller? Before we get in front of the buyer? Before we get into a negotiation, how much are we actually practicing that? Well, it should be every day. We should be practicing for 90% of the time to really execute for that 10% of the time. And so I want to show this amazing video. Just a disclaimer, there's a little scene that's a little, if you have a weak stomach, you might want to like away. There's a little vomiting, just so you know. Just a warning. But this is a great video on Usain Bolt. And here's what blew me away about this. I always thought he was just born that way, just natural talent. Oh, he just probably just rolls out of bed and just runs. But this is an amazing video that really shows a different perspective.
Shoulders down. That's it.
Dying. I think a lot of people they see you run and they say, oh, it looks so easy, you really look effortless. But before it gets to that point, it's hard. It's like hard work. Day in, day out, sacrifice, day in, day out. Just dying. There's time when you run and you just want to stop, you just want to give up, like to hell with this, I just want to go home. There's a day when you get up and you know what you have a training today. You know it's gonna be intense and you're like, oh God, I don't want to go today, but you gotta go. And it's so hard and a lot of people don't know. My coach always says, in a couple of years, we're not gonna have any track because we're gonna take all of it home.
We are not used to seeing you suffering.
That's why you guys are here. Show the true story, innit?
This here is the reality? Do you mean that the competition is not the reality?
Listen, the work is behind the scenes. Competition is the easy part. Behind the scenes is where the work is done. Everything is done to get to that one race that you need to run.
I think I saw him once training, how I felt it that day. He was vomiting and he looked stressed, and I really felt it and said, son, I didn't know you got to work so hard, because that was some hard training. So I prefer not to be there because it's not easy to watch him train because it's really tough.
You see, you all right?
Yeah, coach.
See your conscience speaking. Don't do it. Stop running. Retire. Go play football. Go play golf.
How many of you guys have told yourself that? Just don't do it anymore. This is too hard. This is too hard. What do you guys think? Watching that. Any thoughts?
High level discipline and commitment.
High level discipline and commitment, absolutely. What else?
It just shows needed work going on the back end. Like it's not just about like the end goal. It's like you said, the champion or like the race, the final race is like the easiest part. It's been done.
Yeah. I mean, look, the work is done, and then look, imagine this. You go to a listing appointment, and you're competing with 5 other agents for this listing. It's not Uncle, Joe that's gonna give you the listing. You're competing with 5 other agents, and you sit in front of that seller. And you've been training, you've been working at this for weeks before that appointment. You already know what to say, you already know how to tie down, you already know how to show your value so well that they are just like, okay, where do I sign? When you present that agreement, they're ready to do it. There's okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Imagine all the work that you put in makes it easier when it's showtime. And that can be done. We do this Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays in the mornings, 8:30 a.m. on Zoom. I also want to bring a live role play dialogue session. We're going to start doing it live in the office as well, in addition to that. But I want to make sure we have every opportunity to work on our skills. And one of the most important skills is going to be, and I learned this at Mega Camp a few years ago, Jeff Glover, big huge team, I don't know, 300-400 units closings per year. He says this every morning. I still practice my dialogues with my team. I still practice my dialogues with my team. I've been in business for quite some time as well, done well enough where I can easily say, oh, I know what to say at a listing appointment. I still practice with my team, with agents, and we're still practicing on our dialogues. That's self-mastery, being committed to it. The next one is the 80-20 principle. How many of you guys are familiar with what the 80-20 principle means? Belair, can you explain a little bit on what that means?
Okay.
I know I'm putting you on the spot.
So essentially, you can fix like in business, we will be 80% of our problems by just making 20% of like things.
Yeah, you're spot on. By focusing 20%, the big rocks is what we call them, can get 80% of the work done. The 80-20 principle, or some people know it as the Pareto principle, can be applied in so many different ways. Now, as real estate agents, a lot of times we find ourselves, okay, let me get my business from here. Okay, let's try this. I just got an email of this new company that promises me they're going to send me leads. Let me try this. Oh, and then I just went to a seminar on how to do expired listings. So let me just try calling expires. We start doing all these things. Well, here's another one. So for some reason, real estate agents also want to be graphic design artists as well. So then they start working on their business cards for 3.5 days. Let me redesign my business card. Let me redesign my website. And we start focusing on all these other things. And the Pareto principle is simple. Here's a jar, really ugly jar. Not a good drawer, but that's my jar. Now with this jar, there was a professor at a university that brought this in front of the class, in front of the lecture hall, and said, look, if I fill this jar with a bunch of big rocks, fill it to the top, all these big rocks, can I fit anything else in it? The class said, no, it's already full. Well, actually, I can pour smaller pebbles in it. So he started pouring small pebbles into it until it was full up to the brim. Can I fit anything else in it? Class is like, no. Well, and then he started putting sand. until it got filled to the top. I said, class, can I fit anything else into it? It's like, no. Started pouring water into it. He's making all the kids feel dumb about themselves now, aren't they? Well, that's about it. But here's the point. He took another jar. Now, what if I filled this jar with just water? Can I fit anything else into it? You can't. So here's the point. In our businesses, if we start with the big rocks, you will have for the small rocks. You will have room for the small things. So I'm not saying, I don't know, working on an open house flyer is a bad thing. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be doing anything else other than the big rocks. I'm saying this, taking care of the big rocks first. Otherwise, if you try to do all this other stuff, there's no room for the big rocks. So what are the big rocks? That's the important question. In our business, what are the things that we should be doing? And this is a question that I get pretty often. It's a question that I love to answer because real estate agents are, oh man, focus is here, focus is there, focus is there. What are the things that I should really be focusing on in my business? I'll share with you 5 big rocks. And focus on these 5 things, everything else will still fall into place. Number 1, we're gonna get there. Who ever said that? We'll get there. Lead generation. Lead generation is like yelling Jesus in church. It's always the right answer. You're always getting lead generation. That's our answer. That's our goal. We need to generate leads. Number 2, lead follow-up. Number 3, practice your dialogues. Number 4, appointments. Number 5, work on your handwriting. Just kidding. Negotiate contracts. Those are your big rocks. According to the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book, according to Gary Keller, according to top agents around the country, these are your big rocks. Lead generate, lead follow-up, practice your dialogues, connect to self-mastery, go on appointments, and negotiate and write contracts. Negotiate or write, send out contracts. These are your 5 big rocks. How many of you guys, if you really self-examine your business, you're like, okay, this is it for me. This is my 5, these are the things that I'm focused on. Or how many of you guys feel like, yeah, I could use a little work? Yes, I could use a little work with this. Because you might be getting distracted with the pebbles, with the sand, with the water, with the other things that are being fit in. Well, can I give you guys a really easy way to start applying this? You write this. Yes? Yes. I'm gonna give you guys a sample daily schedule. Does that work? A sample daily schedule. This is your calendar. This is your calendar to fit the stuff in here in an easy way. (8:30 a.m.) Dialogues. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Lead gen. (11 a.m. to 1 p.m.) Lead follow-up. Got the part 8:30 a.m. Practice your dialogues. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Lead generate. That could mean calling your database. That could also mean looking for an open house. Planning your whatever it is, making care calls, whatever it is. Lead generate. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Lead follow. That means that you're calling the people that are already in your database. You're already calling them. And by the way, if you guys join my role play, you'll learn. You never say, hey, I'm calling just to follow up. We never say that. 1 p.m. and all appointments and write contracts. Now, here's why this is important that we set a schedule like this. We protect our mornings. I actually will do everything I can not to do appointments in the mornings. We'll shift it to the afternoons. I know that's always, oh, can you come at 9 a.m.? Oh, you know what? I'll cancel everything and go, okay, fine. I get that part, but I will protect my mornings and I will shift the appointments to the afternoon. I'm sorry, Mr. Seller. I've got some appointments already. I'm booked up for the mornings. How's 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock? How does that sound? So then you're also controlling the conversation and you're now being the authority in that relationship and you're setting the time on your schedule, on your calendar. But you're absolutely protecting this part right here. Protect this, protect this, protect this. I would even go as far to protect this as eliminating distractions. What's our biggest distraction, do you think?
The phone.
Our phones, our cell phones. I learned this from a KW agent. It was on one of the webinars that I learned. This agent does a ton of business, and guess what he says he does? And I copied it. I did the exact same thing, and it worked really well. He turned off his phone during lead generation time. Well, how does that work? That sounds like it's we need our phones. He got a desk phone. I have a desk phone on my desk. I know some of us have, but isn't that a weird thing now? What is a rotary? Get a rotary phone. You might not get through as many numbers with a rotary phone. But this agent actually got a desk phone, got a landline, and he would turn his cell phone off.
How do you get text messages? Wait, you turn it on.
Of course you can text. Yeah, you can check them later. Well, here's the thing that's really here's the thing with that emails. Are they pretty big distraction? Are you checking your emails every what? How often does someone check their emails? Every 2 hours? That's actually pretty good. Every 10 minutes? I think that's more. How many emails every 10 minutes? If not 5 minutes, if not constantly, if not as soon as you have any downtime, you're checking your emails, aren't we? Benny's checking his emails right now. Non-stop. And that's what we do. And look, we're in the business of communication. I get that. What if, though, during this time, you protected your time so much that you turned off your emails? Gary Keller says this. Your emails are someone else's to-do list. You're following someone else's to-do list because they are emailing you because they need you for something else. You're helping someone else check off things off their to-do list. But if you were to protect this time, and you know what, and this is my hack, I would just check my email every hour, at the end of the hour. Open up my email, look real quick, answer emails, done, and now I'm back to lead generating. And to stay that focused, protecting your time, that, my friends, helps you with the 80-20 principle. That, I believe, you have focused into your business as a powerful top real estate agent. And these are some of the things that you will learn and you will see top agents doing when you go to Mega Agent Camp in August. Any ahas with this? Yes, Betty.
We can check our email every hour, okay? But how about texting? Say somebody texts you, hey, call me in a week when you're, doing your generation.
Sure. Well, and look, that's just one of the hacks because for this agent, his cell phone was just incredibly distracting.
No, I would like not to answer.
Sure, I'm fine with that. Look, for me too, I don't think anything is gonna be that, like a lead, if they're not gonna come to, I mean, it could happen, but if they're not gonna hire you because you didn't respond to them within 10 minutes, maybe that's not even someone you wanna work with. I think the point is this, is you should dictate how you run your business. If I show up to a restaurant that closes at 10 p.m. and I knock on the door at 10:30 p.m., they're not gonna serve me. They're not gonna open the door for me. I'm doing it on their terms. And I think you can run your business that way as well. You can run your business on your terms, not other people's. So imagine being an agent that's, hey, let me contact these people during my time instead of just waiting by the phone, like, and just being glued to it and handcuffed to it, really, waiting for them to call you. Yes, Dolly.
I had someone explain that to me, like, as like the time block system on your Google Calendar and how color color coding it would be effective too. As far as making you stay focused where like green is all that, you
Sure.
know, because of the activities.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, I feel like I just need to adjust it. And, you know, now that I'm it.
Yeah, I love it.
But it is effective.
Love that. And look, like I said, I'm not saying never check your emails, never check text messages, but if that's distracting you, that may be one of the things that you just need to eliminate or turn off during this time. What I'm saying is protect this time, get that 80-20 principle going in your life and focus on the big rocks. Right? Well, I hope that was of value to you. We'll bring more of that stuff on our Instagram that all of you guys are gonna follow and tag. Another thank you to Morrison Inspection for the Vegas. Thank you guys for being here. Hey guys, it's winning time. It's winning time. We're gonna do a lot of sales. We're gonna grow this off. A lot of winning here. So reach out to agents that need to be up this and hopefully and come up and talk to me if you want to know more about Mega HE Camp as well. All right. All right. Have a powerful week, guys. And see you guys tomorrow in class, insurance class.